It's nonsense. One of the most repressive regimes in the world at the moment is organised by Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper.
That are on hunger strike, and all of the people that have been arrested, their trial has been delayed. And I believe that they shouldn't be held on remand because they all should be released.
Defiance erupted at the gates of power as hundreds of activists descended on London's Ministry of Justice, transforming the seat of authority into a front line of protest. Under the banner of the Besiege the Ministry campaign, demonstrators demanded immediate action over the detention of Palestine Action hunger strikers, vowing not to be ignored. Dramatic footage shows crowds chanting, blocking entrances, and halting staff from leaving the building as police stood watch and made multiple arrests. At the heart of the protest are hunger strikers Hiba Maraisi and Kamran Ahmed, now more than 70 days without food. Supporters warn their condition is critical: heart muscle wasting, dangerously low heart rates, collapsing immunity, and repeated physical deterioration, turning the demonstration into a race against time. Demonstrators are demanding immediate bail for 8 detained activists linked to the Fleeton 24 and Bryce Norton 5 cases, who they say have exceeded the 6-month remand limit. They are also calling for urgent medical access for the hunger strikers and the removal of what they describe as a terrorist label placed on Palestine Action. One protester accused the government of gross neglect, saying the hunger strikers are untried, unconvicted, and legally innocent under British law. He argued that continued detention without bail amounts to a failure of duty toward both the prisoners and their families. The protester also accused the government of operating double standards, pointing to praise for protesters abroad while suppressing demonstrations at home. He cited comments supporting unrest overseas while accusing ministers of silencing dissent within Britain's own borders.
People that are on hunger strike, and all of the people that have been arrested, their trial has been delayed. And I believe that they shouldn't be held on remand because they all should be released. I don't want to see any of the hunger strikers die. I don't want to see them injure themselves, their health either. And I think that they have made their point, and I think that they should come off the hunger strike. Because those of us who are supported, we will continue to support their demands. And I think they have made, even at this stage, they made a superhuman sacrifice. And I don't think that they should endanger themselves any further.
Another protester said he fears the hunger strikers may die, urging authorities to act before irreversible harm occurs. While acknowledging the sacrifice already made, he said the protest had reached its point and should not require further endangerment of life.
The British government intervene all the time. Here you get Yvette Cooper praising protesters in Iran who are burning down buildings and causing absolute chaos. They're a problem again. But at the same time, she represses any kind of protest in Britain. It's nonsense. One of the most repressive regimes in the world at the moment is organised by Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper.
They're putting a section in place that they didn't tell us about. We will show up for the hunger strikers dying in UK prisons, now on day 71, every single day. Expect to find us everywhere.
Pressure intensified Monday as a group of high-profile authors released a global scholar statement condemning the government's position. They demanded immediate engagement with legal representatives and described the 18-month remand period as an authoritarian overreach. The scholars have signed a letter condemning the detention of activists following Britain's decision to prescribe Palestine Action as a terrorist organization. Under the ban, expressing support for the group's activities has become a criminal offense. 8 alleged members of Palestine Action are currently imprisoned awaiting trial, with 2 now on hunger strike. Supporters say the detainees are facing at least 18 months behind bars before even reaching a courtroom. The crackdown has widened far beyond the original case. Hundreds of others, many of them pensioners, have been charged for challenging the designation and expressing support for the prisoners. Among those charged is Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, who was arrested in December after holding a placard reading, "I support the Palestine Action prisoners. I oppose genocide." Critics say the arrests mark a dramatic expansion of counter-terror powers into the realm of political expression. Concerns deepened in December when the British government closed the final day of the judicial review into Palestine Action by presenting secret evidence. That evidence was withheld from the group's lawyers and from the public, with ministers citing national security grounds. The group was formally banned after 2 activists broke into the UK's largest airbase last June using electric scooters. They damaged 2 Royal Air Force aircraft before being detained. Former Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, now Britain's Foreign Secretary, announced the ban under the Terrorism Act of 2000. Supporters argue the response is wildly disproportionate, criminalizing protest and dissent rather than addressing genuine security threats. The Ministry of Justice responded by saying ministers cannot intervene in bail decisions, which fall under independent judges. Officials also warned that meeting hunger strikers' demands could encourage other prisoners to use self-harm as a negotiating tool.